nine, ten cents, CD, hoochie, coochie dance. It's a bumhole stance, keep your money in your pants.
Into one fish, two fish. Into one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. Into one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And a red fish, blue fish. Alright, I think my sound check is good. Hey, Mr. Rod, how are you doing? I think my sound check is good. Oops, let's turn the YouTube sound off. Hey, Mr. There we go. Now we're good. Our good friend Mr. Charles is going to make it tonight, so everybody check out Rod Shelley. There we go. What am I doing tonight? I don't know. Rocket Girl. Let's work a little bit more on Rocket Girl. And I've got some shoes for... What do I have here? I have Servant. Let's take a look at how we are with this. Okay, so we do have the... I can't read that. It's too small. I have pants. We have a top. We have a vest. I have started modeling the shoes. You're doing okay, you think? Well, thinking is a sign in the right direction. So I think I've got the shoes. I modeled the shoes for this just this afternoon. They're going to just be these simple little things like that. Let me see if I can remember where we left off. I think I have to detail out the boots on Rocket Girl, though. Starheart, there it is. Let's see where we left off with this. I think I got to do textures, too. So we have two things. I think I want to detail the boots a bit more. I think we'll do the textures. Where did I leave off with this? Okay, we need boot textures and we need a helmet texture. And I don't know, do I actually want to make the rocket pack maybe larger? I don't know. I think that might be... I keep saying that and then I keep thinking, nah, it looks fine. So I think we're good. Let's pop into Substance. Oops. Let's put you over there so I can see chat. Let's pop into Substance and see what I've got as far as the helmet and the boots go. And yeah, I think I'm not leaving the pants that color. I think with the brow jacket we'll go with maybe buff. I don't know. I have to come up with some schemes for this. Also, I moved all the buttons around, so we have to redo the buttonholes. And also, this texture density isn't good. I don't like that, so we're going to have to tweak that up. I think this rocket pack is good here. That's good there. I should probably stick this on a figure and then we can pose it a little bit. So let's do that. Let's load in a Genesis 8 here. So that's it. We're going to play a little bit with this and we're going to play with some shoes. I'm going to get back to the James Dean stuff. No worries. Maybe we'll do that on Saturday. We have the boots. I still need to do James t-shirt and a jacket. Well, I started the boots, so... And I was working on the boots a little earlier today, but it went crash. And I lost my boots. Oh, boo-hoo. Here, let's put all of that on there. Let's pose the feet. Did that not do anything? There we go. I'm going to have to take... There's a little bit of a leg in there. We're going to have to fix that, I think. And also, I I could kind of see that this was bending a little funny, so we need to do a little work on that. Anyhow, we're texturing. We're texturing. Substance Painter 3D. I'm going to check my phone while that's launching. Okay, nothing new. Let's see, did I start doing the boots? File, open. That's the substance. That's not where I want to be. I want to be over here. We're going to go over here. We're going to look at here, here. Substance. I do have a boot. I do have a helmet. We have the rocket pack done. Let's take a look at... Did I do the harness? Let's take a look at the outfit, see if the harness was on there. Harness is in here, okay. Excellent. Right. And I'm not sure about those pants, so we're going to redo those. Also, I have to redo the buttonholes. So I think maybe... so much to do, so little time. Let's reposition the buttonholes here first. And I'm going to hope that I have a map that I can use as a guide. Let's position substance so I can still see. Harness the power of the harness. Yes, sir. It's been a weird day. Did you get really cold, you said? What are we? I didn't even check the temperature today. It's 21 now. I guess we were in the 30s earlier. I think it snowed a little bit. I wasn't even paying attention. I didn't even check what the weather's going to be the next few days. Hold on. Weather. What's the weather? Weather says... Snow showers tonight. Snow likely to end around 10 p.m. Less than an inch. How bothersome. I still have ice left over from the other day when it basically rained and then it's froze. I'm totally ready for summer. Ooh, double digits. Around 11. Oh, so balmy. Jeez. Get that AC turned on, man. All right, let me see if we can do this. I can see the thing where it projects snow for the next one, and there's just little... So I think maybe... I saw a little bit of a dusting on the car outside. I do have to get over to BJ's and pick up stuff. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Let's trial import resource. I'm going to see if that one of those maps that we just created has the buttonhole placement that lines up with where we just put the buttonholes. I think that was on data resource. Let's come over here. I think I had a copy of... Yeah, there they are. Right there, I see those. We're going to call you texture. You're going to be part of this project. I'm just going to put that on there. I'm going to import that. Let's drop in a new fill layer. And we're going to take that texture we just brought in here, which I already lost. Damn it. Did I call you a texture? I thought I called you a texture. I'm not seeing it. Let's try this again. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Damn it. SH buttons. Diffuse. I think I forgot to say something like texture. Right, now we'll try this. SH buttons diffuse. It says that right there, but that's not right. Maybe it is right. I don't know. Let's put this into the color channel. It is right. It just doesn't look right. Okay, so basically I need this so I can see these. Are you lining up right? So that's where it has to line up. That looks about right. So I need to move this stuff over to here. That's what we got to do. So I have to figure out where I did those. Is that over? There it is. It's right there. It's this paint layer. So I think maybe I'm just going to repaint them, which means I probably, it's too bad I can't. I got to make a button thing. All right, let's do this. You are a buttonhole. You are kind of a height map. So I'm going to rebuild my buttonhole. There is a normal map. There is an opacity map. I think those are what we need. You're going to come over here. So when we're painting our button, do I want to swap this for that? Yep, that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. All right, let's come here. I do want a height map on there. I do want to use a normal map. We're going to make a color. I don't need opacity. I think the rest of this is going to be fine. I think my base color, I'm just going to kind of multiply it on top of what we've got there. So maybe we'll just do something like that. And then what we need is, I need a height map, like right there. So that looks good. Then we're just going to take our normal map, we'll put that right there. And then I'm going to adjust that so that it works with the underlying colors a little bit. So let's do that. And then there's got to be a way I can save this so I don't have to keep doing this every time. And I do want an opacity map. Because I do want to... I don't know. Well, Charles was tired. He told me he wasn't going to make it. So there's half the people that show up. And Art gets distracted. So it's just you and me, man. It's just a cold and lonely Thursday night. At the Rocket Ranch. Oh, no, this isn't the Rocket Ranch. I used to work at the Rocket Ranch. Can I save this brush for something? I'm the most old. That's right. I've been doing it for, since the 90s. Of course, I've been doing it steady since 19, so there you go. That's true. Yeah, Rod's got, I think, a good 10 years on me, so there you go. Rod hides, though. Rod hides. You miss, don't exist. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, other than the, in my opinion, who's president, things are okay now. Back in the 90s. What do we have for the 90s? We had Clintons. We had a Clinton in the White House. And I forget what I'm doing. I'm putting textures on there. I gotta adjust this. And then we're gonna get our buttons in here. There's gotta be a way to save this brush so I don't have to keep making it every time. So let me see if we can do this. Is there a Is it over here? Can I just do this? I forget. At some point I'm going to figure it out. Let me change. So I'm changing this. Do I want to do a linear dodge? I don't think so. Right now I'm resetting up my buttonholes. I don't think I want to do a linear dodge. Do I want to do maybe a little linear burn? Yeah, we want to do a little bit of a linear burn on that, I think. We want to back that off, though. I don't want it to be too strong. I want it to just kind of tint the color that's going to be underneath it. So maybe something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe something like that. Is there a way I can maybe blend in some saturation or desaturation? That'll probably be fine. All right, I'm going to redo these. Let's set up another paint layer. Actually, oh, now I got to redo you. Damn it. Let's do, what if we do color burn? I'm going to go with color burn on that, and we'll dial that back a little bit. Actually, I don't have to dial it back too much because it wasn't really strong. Okay, and then I'm just going to draw these in. And they need to line up right about there, in there, in there. And I'm working on a Rocket Girl outfit, basically. This will eventually go into Daz Studio. Well, part of it's in Daz Studio. I'm redoing the textures with good old Substance Painter. All right, and then I got to get the buttonholes on the other side. And then I've taken care of that portion of the program. Oh no, wait! I still have to tweak the my leather texture needs to be tiled. Right now the tiling is too large, so I'm gonna fix that before we get it back over to Daz. Nope. Maybe that's better. And then one more. Boom. I think those are good. I think I can just hide that layer. And we're going to get rid of this. And what I want to do is I want to paint in a little bit of black behind those. So let's get in there and do that. So I do need another like that. I want to save my brush. How do I save a brush? I'm going to Google this. So did you get to play with the big ones over at the Rocket Ranch? I helped make some of the, well, Peacekeeper. It was a good sized missile. So I worked on Minutemans. I worked a little bit on Hawk and Standard Motors. I worked a little bit on, there was a project called Small ICBM, which never got picked up. I worked a little bit on that. Most of the rockets I worked on were MX Peacekeepers. The company I worked for made the second stage. It was a 3-stage rocket with a 10-pack of warheads on the very end of it. At this point, they have all been retired, which actually is a good thing, because the world does not need that many nuclear weapons. It was the Cold War. I was gainfully employed until the Soviet Union collapsed. and then I had to find legitimate work. I'm what you would call a peace dividend. I'm trying to save a brush. I'm going to Google this. Substance Painter, save a brush. Hopefully I don't get Substance Painter porn again. Substance Painter, save brush settings, create and saving presets, Substance 3D Painter. Right click in the properties window, brings up tools properties available with paint layer, paint effect, clicking create tool preset. I think that's what we're looking for. Let's see if I right click, create tool preset. Look at that. That's it right there. Let's give it a name. CCOX button brush. So hopefully I can find that next time I want to do brushes again. Add to favorites. I should add that to my favorites. Add to favorites. There we go. Look, it's got a cool little star now. If I knew where the favorites were, I could find it easier. Okay, so I don't need that anymore. We're done. I have a brush. I'm going to go in and I'm going to add a little touch of black back behind each of these. So we're going to do that on another layer here. So I'm going to grab another brush. Not a butt brush though. Oh, I do have a rivet brush. Look at that cool rivet brush. I have done this before. I just want a soft round. Okay, maybe there's not a... Wet soft. There we go. Just a basic hard. That's what I need, except it's still stuck on... How do I clear you? Nope, that wasn't it. Now I've accidentally closed the window I needed. Viewport. Window, there we are. Views, nope. Tools, nope. Is it views? Properties. There we go. It's back. I need to clear this thing. How do I clear that thing? Reset defaults. Apply default brush. That is the default brush, but it's got all this stuff in here. I mean, I guess we could just do this. Clear these out manually. And then we need just a soft round alpha. Yo, Art, how are you doing today? Maybe not. Do I gotta... Nope. I just need that default brush. Sooner or later I will accidentally see something that'll probably work. Eyelet thin alpha. That might work. Can I can't change the hardness on that. That would have been too easy. As we talk. That's right. We're reminiscing about the Cold War. I still have my knife from the Cold War. When I got laid off, I took it with me. That is a fixed blade Stanley knife, and they don't come with covers. And they're not retractable. That's what I mean by fixed blade. Needless to say, we all made our own covers. There we go. I like that. Okay, we got it. We're still tweaking this brush. A couple more things to do. So what I think I just need this to be. I don't need metallicity. We don't need normal. I don't even need those. I just need color. And our color is going to be almost black. Rod fought during the Cold War. You got pieces from the Berlin Wall? Let's do this. Okay, we're going to put that down there. I like to shade them into the blue, but right about there. I'm going to do that. And then basically you're going to put a little bit of black behind each of these. If I can remember how to use this stupid program. Alright, so basically just do that. Maybe I do want to put in a height map while we're at it. So let's click on height. And you know what, I'm just going to kind of do that. And let's try this again. And I just have to do this like 16 times. All right, we're getting there. Okay, excellent. I think, do I want to do sewing on this too? Do we want to do our stitching today? I guess so. Oh, and I got to make gloves at some point, so I'm not going to really finish off the sleeves. I do want to add stitching, especially around the front, but I guess we'll add it into the other points as well. Around the arms, down the seams, on the shoulders. You know what, you're not going to be able to see it over here, but I think I'll put stitching here. And we'll run along the edge of the hem and the edge of the collar. So let's do that. Let's create a layer like that. Let's go find a stitching brush. Am I going to... Do I want to try the top stitching again? This always disappoints me. One of the things is I can't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to drop a fill layer in here. I need a black mask on that. I need a color selector on that. I'm going to select that so I can see it. Actually, I want to be able to see that. I want to be able to see that. And this little trim zone right in here. The collar is fine. I'm just going to run trim along the top of that. I'm going to put sewing here. I'm pretty sure I have a... We're going to put a little bit of sewing along the edge of that. Probably good enough. Now I can see what I'm doing. Alright. Last time I used this tool, though, I wasn't really happy with it, but I'm a glutton for punishment, so I might just do this again. I'm going to play with this and see how it goes. We're just going to sew up the front, export everything out, and take a look and see how it's looking in DAZ. So I'm just going to pen in some lines in here. We're going to turn this into a We're going to adjust the settings on this. We're going to make that corner sharp. I can't see. My tools got rolled over. There it is. I want that. We really need to adjust that stitching, don't we? I'm just running this straight down the middle of this line. See, that moved. I'm going to put you back. All right. Boom. Boom. We're going to come back here, make that a sharp corner. Run this along here. On this bottom edge, I'm going to try to snug along the top of that a little bit better. Bring you there. Come back up here. Let's make that a sharp corner. And then we'll just bring it back around through here. And then we'll close that off. And we'll make that a sharp. Nope, that was the wrong one. That is the wrong one again. If at first you screw up, why are you bleeding over? Don't do that. That's obnoxious. All right, we're going to adjust this. I can't see what I'm doing there, so I'm just going to drop a line through here. Or maybe not. And then I'm going to adjust this until it looks good. Where's our settings? Our settings are somewhere over here. I think we'll start by adjusting the size. Maybe a little smaller than that. And I want to set up a second straight stitch brush and see how that looks versus this when I export it over. I'm going to make this obnoxiously red because I can then change the colors with a thing. Do I need roughness? I'm going to leave roughness in here. And I'm just going to make it bright red. And then I'm going to use a hue, saturation, and lightness filter to change the color. I think I'm still going to play with this a little bit. Let's come over here. Let's take the height map and let's just have you be normal. And let's take the normal map and maybe make you normal as well. Unfortunately, the resolution that I'm working at makes this a little hard to see what I'm doing. Alright, let's space these out a little bit. Where's the puckering? Thick fabric. This is leather. Let's say leather. Intensity. Position. I think we were good. Fading. How's that? I think somewhere in there that looked okay. Okay, currently we are using a straight stitch. Yep, I'm going to stick with a straight stitch. Spaced. If I offset the horizontal a little bit more. That didn't really, I can't even tell what that did. I think this is going to be fine. I'm going to adjust that roughness. And then I'm going to copy that and paste these properties onto that other one over there. Alright, we're going to get rid of this. Can I just delete you? Yep. And then we're just going to hide this stuff. I'm going to change, you know what, like I said earlier, we're going to put a filter on here. I'm just going to put a, what did I say? Huge saturation and lightness. So currently we are red. So I'm going to slide over like that. We're going to desaturate that a little bit. And we're going to change the darkness on that. So it's kind of a dark brown thread. And I'm going to export this out and see how it's looking. And then I'm going to check this against a different way to do threads and see if I want to stick with this or try a different way. I vaguely recall this not being a really good way to do these. Anyhow, let's save this all out. Control-Shift-E. We are using our 5-channel UDIM settings, so let's export that. Let's pop back over to Daz for a second and take a look at where we are. I heard a noise. Yo, DJ Stulu in the house. I was lurking you, dude, earlier. I came in with the Chris the Crippled raid. You didn't realize it was a Chris the Crippled raid? Because Chris the Crippled raid Miss Napalm. And welcome in, Miss Napalm. Good to see you. And then I think Miss Napalm raided Meeksy. And then when I looked back, I think I was over at DJ Stulu's. And now DJ Stulu's over here. How are you doing, dude? We're going to give a few shout-outs to the cool cats. Hey, are you all following? Yeah, I'm doing my stuff, and I look up and go, oh, it's Meeksy. And doing more stuff, and oh, it's Stu. Excellent. You quitting out early? Oh, okay. Sorry, Art. Hey, take care, man. We will catch you later. Hey, make sure you're following DJ Stulu. He's super cool. Here's the official shout out for Mr. DJ Stulu. And there, we'll give the other. And then also check out Ms. Napalm. I was hanging out with her earlier today while she was gaming. She was gaming something. I forget what it was. Oh, it was No Man's Sky. That's right. We were playing No Man's Sky. So give Miss Napalm a follow, too. Wonderful artist, but we caught her gaming today. There you go. I'm working on a Space Gal outfit. It's loosely pulp, pinup, sci-fi, Rocketeer stuff. It's kind of looking like this right now. I'm redoing my textures, which reminds me, I gotta fix these textures before I export it. So we gotta go back in here and yeah, I have to adjust that. And I think if I turn that off, does that do anything? Nope, not really. So I'm tweaking my texture settings. Let me see, surface details, the base. I think I'm going to adjust the base. We're going to tile that up. I didn't see anything happen. I'm going to tile this up. Oh, nope, nothing happened there either. Oh, maybe I have to change. Is that my grunge tiling? Yeah, let's change that grunge tiling. What is it right now? Let's make that maybe 12. These spots here, I have to tweak them. I think you're probably in the base, but you don't seem to be in the base. You're partially in the dirt. Alright, do I have tiling for this dirt over here? Maybe we'll just do that. Let's see how this looks. You know, it just looks weirdly spotty. That's part of my problem. And as I adjust that, it doesn't seem to make any difference. We turn off that grunge. You know, some of that's coming out of that grunge in there. That doesn't seem to be making a big difference, though. If there was some way I could tile this. I have tried this before and it really doesn't work. I may not go with that leather is what I'm thinking. Let's try another leather. I can't get that one quite to do what I want it to do. That's my real problem with that one. So we want... I kind of like the color I had. Plain leather. That wasn't plain leather though, was it? I might go with plain leather. I think I can tile that. Yeah, let's drag you back over here. So I got my buttons and things. Let's adjust the settings on that so it's a little smaller in detail. And let me make sure I don't have anything weird still on it going on in the background. The roughness, the shininess is really high on that, so we're going to lower that one down a little bit. I think if I can find something in here that lets me change the roughness. Or I may, you know what I might do is I might just turn that off. Where's that sheen coming from? Is that coming from the metallicity? Nope. You know what? I think I'm just going to use the color on this. And then maybe we'll use the other attributes from this. And that might work. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to save this out. And we'll see what it looks like when we load it up in Daz Studio. Although I don't know, there's a light texture. Maybe I want to just rotate that 90 degrees or something. Dum, dum, dum. Nope, I had it. I like it running that direction a little bit better. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Control-Shift-E. Export. Somehow you lost your shirt. How'd you lose it? How did that happen? You're just too sexy of a DJ? And my brain has stopped. There we go. We're coming over into here. I'm going to see what these textures are called. That is the Genesis 8 female. That is the tunic. Let's make you selectable again. Alright, let's go change the surfaces on that. Okay, you are called 1003 Sweetheart Outfit. Okay, let's go find... Or I just saved these. Those I don't need anymore. There's the color. The metallicity is black, so I don't need that. I need that height. I need that. I need that. These are all 102s. Do I not have a roughness in here? You know what? I'm going to delete everything and redo this. Because I'm confused myself. Okay, these ones right here. There's a height. There's my roughness map. There's my normal map. So I need these. You know, I might as well grab that. We'll Control X these. We'll pop over to here. If I Control V, I'm going to replace those. I'm going to delete that. Use this. Say OK. And let me take a look at how this is looking now if we render this. My belt buckle has twisted itself. Yeah, it's looking okay. I think it's a little bit better. I want to kind of zoom in and see how these stitches are looking though. Yeah, they just look like a blurry line. Oh, and now I'm in too close. My depth of field just kicked in. Let's turn depth of field off. Because I can't see what I'm doing. Let's try this again. I'm probably, if it's just one blurry line, I'm going to try redoing. See, the stitches are showing up. It's just one blurry line. So I'm going to try a different way to, no, wait, there they are. There they are. They're looking good over here, but they get blurry. They get a little off target on here too. You know what? Actually, that's not too bad. Although I seem to have drifted a little bit. And my buttonholes you can't see because I got buttons on them. That was all part of the plan. You know what? I think I'm going to make these a little darker, or just multiply that or something. Let's cancel that. And actually, I think that brown is going to be fine. And I think the brush I'm using here, but I seem to have drifted a little bit off target. So which one are you? Nope, those are buttonholes. There's my sewing. My sewing looks a little odd. Not gonna lie. Is it like double lined? Looks like double lined instead of like a nice single line. So let's see if we can tweak that, refine that a bit. I'm just going to turn that off for a second. Can I just reset the defaults? That would be too easy, right? Apply default brush. All right, now we're just going to adjust this back. Wait, that default brush just isn't following anymore, does it? So let's reset that back to 0.5. Oh, I like that. I'm just getting a weird kind of reflection. If we just say UV, that helps a little bit. That is just looking a little off though. Is there a thing that says follow path? There we go, follow path. That might have needed to be tweaked a little bit. One of these, see, I'm drifting off my line over here. So I think maybe if we pull those back. I think this is going to work. Oops, you're drifting. She's a drifting. It's probably good. I don't know why that looks like it's so... Is that in my... It's like in my height map. It's giving me this weird doubling up. I do have this normal map, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. So maybe I'll just maybe it just has to do with the intensity of the puckering. Is my position off? Could have been the positioning. You know, that fading seems to be... Tighten that up. If we crank up the intensity on that, that might be okay. So what I think I'm going to do is switch my color. So you know we're not going to leave that. We're going to do this. And I'm actually going to switch the color blending to something like linear burn. So they just come out these little darks. And I'm going to hope that this looks better. I just have to do what we did last time. Let's just re-export that. We'll come over here to the export. We don't need that. We're going to replace with these. And you know what? I should just open up this directory where the textures go. That should be over in here. And this is for the tunic. There we go. Replace those. Come over here. Let's do a little refresh. And let me do another. Is it still white? Control E. Nope, that's not. Let's take another look. Control R. That's what I was looking for. It is looking lighter. They're looking fairly sharp though, so I'm happy with that. But I want them to be darker than lighter. So we're kind of heading in the right direction. I think I'm going to back the puckering off. I'm going to switch this. That just looks weird. Let's switch you to base color. You see, you are looking. See, if I do that, there we go. That'll probably do the trick. Let's take a look and see how I'm doing. Almost there, almost there. Back into here. Select that. Stitching. Can I make the stitches? No, they're probably fine. do I get any other weird options in here? I don't think I want to. Yeah, I don't want to do that. This might be close enough. Control Shift. Although maybe. You know what? I'm going to drop another filter on here. And this is just going to be a height to normal map. I think that says height to normal. We'll do that. Let's take a look at our normal map. That normal map's a little wonky looking, isn't it? Let's take a look at our height map. This might be okay. Let's save this up and see how it goes. Oops, I forgot to hit the export button. Dum dum dum. Wrong directory. There we go. It's working on it. It's done. I don't need that texture map, but I do want these. Replace those. Back over to here. Let's stop this and redo it. Oh, I gotta fix that, don't I? There's a bunch of little tweakings to do. See, the helmet's clipping into the that strap there. Also, the strap should probably have stitching on it as well. So actually, let's put you into iRay mode. So if this is good, I'll knock out the rest of the stitching on the jacket. I'm optimistic that this will look okay. I think that's going to be fine. Let's zoom in a little bit. Zooming's the other way, I know. Yeah, that's okay. I'm going to move this button for just a second. I want to see my stitching underneath it. Oops. Yeah, that's going to look fine. All right, let's turn off iRay because I don't want to be stressing out my computer too much. All right, now we're going to just finish up the rest of this. We're going to put a little bit along the collar, along the sleeves, along the arms, and along the hem. So let's switch back to material. I'm just going to turn that layer on because that just kind of highlights where I want to put stitching. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab my pen tool. I seem to be stuck. Let's hit save. Let's try this again. Come over here. I apparently dropped a point in there. Okay, so you're going to come here and here and here, and you're just laughing at me now, aren't you? You did nothing. There we go. That'll be fine. So are you? Yeah, you are not. Copy that and make sure to paste the brush properties. I think that's fine. Oh, it looks a little weird because we've got the yeah, all right, no worries. So let's escape, and I'm just gonna bring a line around the shoulder here. I'm getting some strange shading in there. It'll probably be okay in DAZ. And do that. All right, let's get the other side. Do I want to run a seam down? You know what? I'm going to skip that, but we are going to run a little bit of stitching right along this edge. I am going to get this other, and I do want to run it along the collar. So have I escape? And then escape, and then we'll just do round through here. There is an auto stitch tool, but it's not really good. I don't like the way it looks. All right, is good there. I did say I wanted one around the collar. Let me see how my collar. All right, so my collar is gonna. I think I'm gonna. Oops. So I think I'm gonna just bring it up through here and around this way, which means we want to put a sharp right there if I can find my tools. There's little, that's what I'm looking for right there. And then make that a sharp corner. Maybe not, maybe, there we go. And just run stitching right along the edge. Okay, this last one's going to get tricky because it's going to go underneath the other part. Let's see if we can. So what I want to do is kind of get it back into here. And then maybe run it there. But I think I'm going to have to turn you into a hard point. Oops. I think that's good. And then we're just going to run along the hem here to over here. So we're going to start right about there and just kind of pull this through here. I wish I could do this on the UV 2D. It does help, doesn't it? The attention to detail. I don't know. Doesn't look really real in here. That's what's always a little annoying. Because I work at a resolution that's kind of low, just so I can. If I worked at a higher resolution, it would look better. But on the other hand, things would move a lot slower. And it already moves too slow for me. Alright, we're making progress. We're around the front stretch. We're going the wrong way. Of course, this isn't NASCAR, so I'm probably going to be okay. So my real question is, I don't think I can. It would be nice to run this up along this inside seam, but I don't think I can actually access it. So I think that's going to be good for this jacket in the brown color. I'm going to hide that. My computer would go on strike. My computer thinks about it all the time. Oh, and I see Art was over in the YouTube. I missed him. It's because I'm not. It's because the YouTube has got this garbage that kind of hides the comments. Their pop-out window is terrible. Freaking pop-out chat. I think this is going to be fine. Let's hit save on this. Let's just send that out. Actually, let me quickly do the texture on the pants. So I'm going to use a jeans texture for those. And what I want to do, and also I want to make sure that I want to clean up some stuff in here. That plain leather. What are you? Oh, you're over there. Okay, cool. At some point, I do want to do the sewing over here too. I don't think I'm going to do that now. Here, let's try that jeans texture though, and I'm going to put that on here, and we're going to make it a kind of a khaki color. So let me see if I can find this cool. Nope. Is it denim? Fabric denim washed. That's it right there. I'm going to just drop that onto there. It's got all this extras in here. We're going to clean those up. But I like this texture here. But if we take a look at this thing, let's open that up. And let's see what we need to get rid of. There is like these. I like that. Discoloration, stitches. See, we got some stitches over there. We're going to lose those. Stitches, motifs. We're going to get rid of those. All right, I'm going to make it apply to the rest of the pants here. So let's come into here. And let's pick that color. And pick that color. I'm getting a little bit of sloppy. Oh, and I got to get those cuffs. And I'm also just going to add a paint mask in here. Right here. Can I just add a paint? And then if I do that, it gets rid of those. Okay. And I'm going to UV paint. Set this so that we're working off of right over here. UV map instead of the tangent. And I'm just going to make sure to hit those so that I don't get that weird little white bleedy. My ID map's been doing that recently. It's kind of annoying, but at least I can fix it. All right, I think that's good. Okay, we're going to shift the color on this. Which one of you makes my color. Denim base. Yes, denim base makes the color. I think I'm going to go with that. These are a little strong. Let's figure out what those are. Nope. Folds. Nope. Discoloration. Nope. We like the discoloration actually. Vertical rip. Edges frayed. It adds a little bit of interest to it. I think I'm going to dial that way back though. And I think that is mostly... What is that coming from? Edges frayed. Let's take a look. It's just a height map and a color map. Do I need the color map for this? I'm going to leave the color map on. We're going to adjust. What else is this coming from? It's in here somewhere though, isn't it? It is. Yeah, but you are... So this must be coming from this fill map? Actually, I might just go with that. I'm getting a little weirdness in here. We'll see how this goes. Is that going to be fine? I think that's going to be fine. Oh, what the heck? Let's get let's run the sewing on these straps. If I were being a real perfectionist, I would probably put hardware on these as well, but I'm going to skip that. So let's are you my stitch? No, you are my stitches. Let's do that. Let's come over here. Oops. Let's start. So I'm just going to run a little close on that and make all of those sharp and then all of that show up. I think that's good. And then we'll just run some through here. I'm going to tweak that a little. And then close you and make you sharp. All right. I think I have to do this 2 more times. This goes all the way around the waist. You had an ad blocker, but they keep sending you pop-ups whining about the ad blocker. Damn. You get an ad blocker. Why do you hate us? It's not personal, bro. All right. Nope. Close that. Make that sharp. All right, let's get this other strap over here. Yeah, it's not you. It's just the frickin' ads. Now stop it already. Oh, I gotta escape, and then I can start my next mad adventures. Adventures in penmanship. You would think. Yeah, but Google stopped not doing evil a long time ago. All right. Got my stitching done on here. Let's see. Can I just copy all my effects? Is there something in here that says copy effects? Copy layers. Copy. Can I just do this? Copy effects and then come over here and paste effects. There we go. That works. Oh, phone made a noise again. Boy, you make noise. All right, I think this is good with the sewing for here. You're not actually going to see this waistband much, and these go inside boots, so I'm not worrying too much about them. Why are you red again? I didn't cut those. I copied them. There they are. I guess I accidentally cut those, but we're good. All right, let's save all of this out. Control-Shift-E. Do all of that. Export. And then we'll rig those shoes. I got a little bit more work to do on the shoes. I still have to do the UV maps on those. And then we'll get them rigged up. They're pretty... I don't have to do anything funny because they're flat foot shoes. So that should go easy enough. Oops, I hit the export button again. Damn it. There we go. Okay, I don't need you, and I don't need you. I'm going to cut these. Gonna come over here, we're gonna paste those. Then I'm gonna cut these. And then we're gonna come over here, and I think those will come into here. Should be good. There's some metal that will pop back over to here, and now my pants are tan. And I think, do I have stitches on here? I think we're good. Okay, so the helmet needs a little adjustment because right now it's sitting on, it's clipping those straps. My belt buckle went sideways again. Those pants are fine. I'm fairly happy with how that's looking. Although I've got my old leather texture back again. Damn it. I may or may not change that. We'll see. Alright. So next time we'll work on the helmet and the boots. I'm going to cancel that. We'll get those in a little further along. So here, do I have to save any of this? I don't know if I have to save any of this because this will write the textures in it. I'm going to save it. I'm just going to we'll just be clever here. I'm just going to save this as a wearable preset, and we'll override that one right there. Say yes, and yes to that. And I'm going to change the name of this to Star Heart and not Star Here. Star Heart, there we go. All right, let's do File New. And let's not save these changes. And let's open up Blender and do a little bit of Blender work. So I made these shoes earlier today. This is for the Genesis 9. So it fits kind of like that. So we're going to, I got to split up my UV maps. I have to assign my materials. And then I think we can get this rigged. We'll see how this goes. Let's pop into here. And let's start doing materials. Shoe. I don't have a shoe. So let's make a new shoe. Shoe. Did I not? Oh, that's a search function. That's not a, god dang it. There we go. There's the shoe. It does. I had it lined up, and then when I hit render, the buckle went, eh. It just tweaked itself a little bit. I don't know why. I have to go back in and try to nail it down better. More super glue, I think, is the order of the day here. All right, I'm gonna say, and we're gonna make you say shoe front, and then we're gonna have a shoe rear. Rear. Then I'm going to have trim. So shoe rear is going to be, and let's give you a color so we can see what we're doing. And then shoe rear, I'm going to assign to this stuff back here. And then we've got these trim zones. So I'm going to just grab that, expand. That's going to be trim front. Assign that, give that a color. And then as this works, I should be able to just select that and then expand it. That's going to be trim rear. And assign that, give it a color. Okay, that's going to be, you know what, this is going to be sole from here to here. And then I'm going to expand that to there. Assign and color. Okay, I have some subdivision going on here, so we're going to dial that back so I can kind of see. I want to make sure, see right in here. That should probably be something. Do I want to just make that trims? I think maybe we'll just make that trims. And this should be rear. Okay, if I select that, I think I got it. All right, now I've got stuff on the inside. So I have liner, and then there's an insole in here. So I'm going to hide that. I'm going to make you insole. I'm not doing any crazy detail on this stuff on the inside today. Oh, you sole 1. Let's make you sole. And do I have an insole? Nope. I don't have an insole, so we're going to make an insole. Insole. Let's not capitalize. Let's assign that color. And then I have this line, this stuff on the inside. So I think the easiest way to grab that is to select that and select that. And then if I hide those, and if I hide the insole, and this will be the liner, and it bled through somewhere. Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm good. No, I'm not. I went through the sole. Let's hide the sole. And now there we go, and that's going to be the lining. Let's say lining. All right, we've got it. We got that stuff separated. I think maybe I can UV map this by parts, and then we'll break it up further from there. So I mean, like, take the trim front, select that, unwrap, and then I might put some splits on that. Maybe not. Maybe a couple of splits. Maybe we'll put a mark seam there and mark seams there. Do I get an option? I do, but it's all the way over here. Mark seam. Looks good. Let's move on. Trim rear, select, unwrap. We'll do the same thing. Looks fine. Okay, the sole. I think this will just unwrap nicely just by itself. Yep, that's good. The insole, same thing with that. Is nice. Shoe front, I can probably just do that. I think that came out all right. Yeah, that's fine. Shoe rear. Is fine. And I think that leaves me just the liner. I'm probably going to put a split on just the liner here so it breaks apart. So actually, let's hide everything but the liner. And I think I'm just going to run a little seam right through here somehow. Right through here. I think that's good, yeah. Mark seam. And just do the same thing over here. And mark seam there. Looks good. All right, let's get everything back into view. Let's select everything. Let me just pack all of that. I'm going to rescale this. Actually, I think I'm going to redo this. But here, let's do UV seams from islands, and then I should be able to redo that. And then we can just pack all of that. I think I'm good. We're gonna map this one more time. So I'm going to duplicate this. We're going to apply our levels of subdivision. And then I'm ready to get this over into DAZ and set it up. So back over here, let's make a copy. Let's turn our subdivision back on. Do I need more than one level? Yeah, I think we're going to go with 2 levels. Shade smooth. We're just double checking. What is going on here? It's like something's popping through. I think it's okay, but I can't tell for sure. It's like I got an extra something. It's like something on the inside is smoothing. But if that were the case, we should see it over here, and I'm not seeing it. And it should be white. It's like I have 2 faces right there. So you know what I think we're going to do? We're going to try to, I don't know, it's like I got some sort of weird extra geometry thing going on. So let's merge by distance. Nope. So if I delete you, I've got some sort of other funkadelic. So far I can rebuild this, but what is this extra? Oh, I know what. Duh. I have two shoes here. That's why I got the original one. It's still visible. That's my problem. At least I think that's my problem. Yeah, I think that was my problem. Because I could still see the other one. Doy. I think I'm good now. So here, let's apply. Let's get this back over here. I'm wondering, I'm like going, what's going on here? I delete stuff and it's still there because I have two copies and I didn't see the other one. I think we're good. I think I can apply this. Control A. Is that going to be fine? I think that's going to be fine. Cheap viewers? Don't be calling my viewers cheap. Oops. Sorry, if anybody wanted to see the bot, they'd be dead now. That's an X bot. I'm going to clean this up just a little bit. We're going to delete those. I'm going to come in here and we're just going to maybe get every other one of these and delete those. That's probably going to be fine. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Every other one. I have the feeling I screwed up over here somewhere. I did. There we go. And you know what? Maybe we get rid of these through here. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I'm just going to dissolve edges. Let's tap. Let's take a look at our UV editing. Let's make sure that this is all okay. We're going to remap. And then we're going to repack. Is good. Now we'll come over here and let's set up our mirroring. And you know what? Let's, is it Control A? All transforms. There we go. Let's make sure that my UVs get mirrored as well. All right, I think I'm ready to export. We've got material names, we've got UV mapping. We're going to get this over into DAZ, and we're going to set this up on a Genesis 9 and maybe a Genesis 8. I don't know. Definitely Genesis 9, though. Okay, so anyhow, let's move over to the servant outfit and people and Genesis 9 and clothing and me and Maidens of Mars servant G9. Let's get a Genesis 9 in here. There's our Genesis 9. Captain Androgyny. Let's put some pants on it. Good old Cap here. Let's give Cap a top and a vest. And let's make it or they a she. So there we go. We've just dialed in girl parts. Now let's get those shoes. You know what? I can leave this dialed in like this. The shoes aren't going to fit. Actually, let's dial this back for a second. Let's get our shoes in here. I haven't exported my shoes. Let's export my shoes. There's my export. Let's make sure we do this right. We're going to do that. I'm going to go to my... It's loading. It's loading. It's thinking... We're going to Mars. Martian. Maidens. Servant. Whip. MOM servant shoes. G9. G9 and export. There we go. Should be good. Let's import. I am in Starheart. Let's go over to Martian. Whip. Nope, I'm in the wrong whip. Maidens. Servant. Whip. Shoes. G9. There we go. There they are. That's how this outfit's going to look. Comes with nice, soft, practical shoes. Let me just double check the shoes here. Let's take this and let's select the shoes and let's go take a look at our surfaces tab. Let me see. We got all our materials that we just set up. Let's pop over here. Take a look at our UV view. There we go. Everything's all nice and mapped. All right, back to my regular perspective view. All right, let's rake these shoes and get them on here. Activate the transfer tool. Here's my transfer tool. There we are. Select an item. Genesis 9 favorites. Select another item. Shoes. Choose a template. Base. Do I have a... I do have a footwear template. Look at that. We're going to use that. Okay, because these fit the default feet, I don't have to do anything special. They should be good to go. Let's just move these feet around a little bit and see how they work. Seems to be doing okay. Let's bend those toes. Alright, I got a little bit of a poke through in here. I'm going to have to fix that. I can either touch that up probably with a weight map or something. But we're in the ballpark. That's a good start. We'll touch that up later because I got 5 minutes left. I'm going to just try to do a slacker job of fitting this, the Genesis 8. So let's reset that. Is it Control R? Nope, that's render. Control Shift F, I forget. Control F, Control Shift F. I think it was Control Shift F. Some days I just can't remember what the commands are. Okie dokie. Let's save the shoes as a figure prop asset. Once again, we're going to navigate over to Mars. Martian, maidens, servant, people, Genesis 9, clothing, me, servant G9, MOM servant, shoes, G9. And you are part of the Maidens of Mars servant G9. You are footwear. You also have to say footwear. And I'm going to accept that. And we're going to patiently wait while it does all its writing. It's still thinking. It's still thinking. Well, that's a lot of thinking. It's still thinking. It's done thinking. Yay! All right, content library. There's the shoes. All right, let's do a quick transfer over to Genesis 8. So let's load into Genesis 8 here. And I'm just going to try to do an auto fit. I'm going to save that. If the shape's off too much, I'll update the geometry. Makes you tired just thinking about all the thinking. I know. How does anybody do this? You are. Where's my thing? There's my Genesis 9 thing. You are Genesis 9. How come you don't say MMX anymore? I don't know. You are. I don't think I have an option for footwear. I have a female bodysuit tight. You know what? I'm just going to call you full body. Actually, you know what? I'm going to try this. No, let's just do full body. Never mind. Let's accept that and see how this goes. If it looks a little wonky, see, it's a little wonky. So what I'm going to do is in Blender, we're going to fit this to Genesis 8, and then I'm going to update this geometry. But I think for today, this is where I'm going to leave off. I'm going to save this out, and then I'm going to call it a night. So let's select these shoes. Let's do this figure transfer tool, or the save as a figure prop asset. Come over here. This is for Genesis 8. And you're the shoes. And I'm going to save that. And over here, I'm going to choose the product, Maiden Zamar Servant G8 female. You are footwear. And you are also footwear. Can accept that. It's going to do its writing thing. All right, let's see who else is on tonight. Hey, Rod, it was good to see you, man. Charles, sorry you couldn't make it. It was nice that we had Art in here for a little while. DJ Stulu, thank you for that raid. There's a big old dyslexic Art came in here with Miss Napalm, hung out for just a little bit. That man is so sexy. And also T Cobra Impetuous or something like that came in here and complimented me on how ancient I looked. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Anyhow, let's go over and say hi to. I think I'm just going to raid Bad Tooth Records tonight if they're still on. Hey, if there's anybody on the YouTube, thank you for being here. I'm going to sign out on YouTube, and then on Twitch we're going to go raid out. So anyhow, good night, YouTube. We will catch